Hi, I'm Bucks County District Attorney Matt Weintraub. This month of January is Human Trafficking Awareness Month. And today I have the pleasure of being joined by Deputy District Attorney Chelsea Jackman, who runs our Human Trafficking Division, and Director of Public Safety in Bensalem, Fred Herron. Although this month is almost over, human trafficking, unfortunately, is the #1 fastest growing crime in the entire world. So Chelsea, I'd like to ask you, how can people detect human trafficking? What types of forms does it take?
So typically what we see in Bucks County are 3 different forms of human trafficking. The first involves minors. So anyone who's under the age of 18 who is exchanging sex acts for money is a form of human trafficking. We often see those in runaways or potentially ones with drug problems. Another type of form of human trafficking we see is a drug-addicted person who is essentially prostituting to feed that addiction. And then finally, the one that we probably see most common is the massage parlor. And those are the individuals who are performing sex acts for money behind the closed door under the guise of a massage parlor.
So when you talk about the massage parlor cases, I want people to also have hope. We've had some great success recently in taking down a number of massage parlors, right?
Yes, we have. In the last year alone, we've shut down 3 massage parlors where sex acts for money were occurring.
And now that we've broken down some of the stereotypes of what people typically think of when they think of human trafficking, can you tell people who I'm sure want to help, what are some of the signs that they can look for in order to detect human trafficking, and then what should they do about it?
Absolutely. So some of the signs and indicators of victimization involved minors who are runaways, juveniles who are in hotels, people who are unfamiliar with their surroundings, people who don't have documentation such as a passport or identification, somebody who doesn't make eye contact when they're in the presence of their potential trafficker, and also, again, those massage parlors that have maybe abnormal hours or only allow one customer in at a time. And so what we say in these types of cases, when you come across something, if you see something, say something. Allow the police to get involved so that we can investigate to see if human trafficking is actually going on. But if you want to get involved on a community level, the Bucks Coalition Against Trafficking is a group of professionals and community members who together combine efforts to help eradicate human trafficking in Bucks County and rehabilitate any victims that have been identified.
We're really taking a holistic approach, I think it's fair to say. But we would be nowhere, frankly, without good old-fashioned police investigation and law enforcement. Director Herron, can you talk about that and some of the success that you've had and how you treat these cases?
Certainly, and when we get a complaint or we get an investigation that looks like it's going to lead to human trafficking, we take every single one seriously. But it starts off with making sure that your officers have the proper training and supervision to work these cases. So once we start to look into it, we start to peel back the onion to see that the person is in fact being trafficked and that this person is a victim. We then work very closely with your office and other places like Nova and a Woman's Place in Bucks County to make sure that they get the rehabilitation and the help and the support services they need. But the investigation is so important. We want to make sure that the folks that are doing this, the traffickers, are brought to justice, and in many cases, working with your office and working with other offices, we make sure they get the time that they deserve in jail, get them off the streets so they can't victimize any other people.
That's a great way to sum it up, and I feel really encouraged by that, and I've worked these cases with you here in Bensalem and across the county. The bottom line is, knowledge is power. This does go on around us, like it or not. So if you see something, say something. And if you want to be a part of a movement to end human trafficking, you can actually visit a website called redsandproject.org, and you can be a part of spreading the awareness. Our whole goal here is to take this crime from out of the darkness and bring it into the light. And because we've been joined by Chelsea Jackman and Fred Herron, both who are committed to eradicating human trafficking here, I bet we're going to be one step closer. Thank you, and help us please be safe.